C'era l'ingegneria attiva qua, hai visto?
Sì.
L'ingegneria, sì, c'è attiva l'ingegneria. No, raga.
Madonna santa, ma che cosa cazzo sto vedendo?
Cioè, ma cosa stanno creando? C'è il ticchettino della pioggia sul vetro.
Per favore, ora vola.
Dimmi,
Vola
è un
e
fulmine
esce.
ti colpisce.
No, no, voglio vedere se esce dalle nuvole, che cosa è l'effetto che fa.
Guarda la pioggia, come scende.
Guarda sul vetro, sì, guarda, guarda. No, dimmi che vai oltre le nuvole.
Senti il suono della nave che è passata? Ma c'è l'auto di prossimità, ragazzi, ho sbaglio. Vedi? Il fulmine! Te l'ho detto io? Te l'ho detto? Il fulmine danneggiano le navi,
Ah, guarda, guarda, sì, gli ha preso il fulmine e la nave ha iniziato a friggere.
Sì,
Ma poi quando
sì,
sali
raga.
sopra.
No, ragazzi.
Peppino, hai visto?
La schina arancione, raga, quello che facciamo io. Che figa, che figa, che figa. Raga, è bellissimo, c'è tutto.
È un film.
Pioggia,
Raga,
fulmine,
è un film.
Sì, è un film.
È un film.
Cioè non è più un gioco, raga, è diventato un film giocabile.
Ma è una scarica elettrica che becca circuiti elettrici, quindi è una questione di scudo, ma tu in nave non hai lo scudo. È quello il problema.
Sì, devi passare, cioè partire con la modalità di combattimento.
Sì, però in nav tu non ce l'hai.
No, in nav sei fritto, devi friggere i circuiti e vai in...
No, perché Zana mi fa, ma non ha molto senso quegli scudi che ti proteggono dalle armi, ma non dal fulmine.
No, ti incendi la nave, vento offset, però il problema è che tu sei vicino al suolo, quindi ti schianti.
We saw the wind developing over time, and that introduced turbulence to the flight model, making flight very challenging.
E devi anche vedere il danno che ti fa il fulmine sugli scudi.
But direct strikes will damage your ship, and of course, some storms will be dangerous enough to be fatal.
Le luci, l'illuminazione globale è devastante.
These storms will sometimes be short-lived,
Cioè, guarda là, ha preso fuoco.
but others will be larger.
No, aveva gli scudi, guarda, ce li aveva, vedi? Li ha danneggiati il fulmine alla Zeus, guarda. Ti ha fatto la differenza, praticamente stacca gli scudi il fulmine, in base alla potenza che hanno.
Non abbiamo visto bene. Perché lui è in nav
adesso. C'è il grafico, guarda. No, c'è gli scudi, guarda, c'è il nav a sinistra, guarda. C'è la Zeus, il grafico della Zeus con gli scudi ridotti che si stanno riprendendo.
A wise yogi once said, "It's your job as a pilot to compensate and stay on course." All right, what have we learned today, guys? We've shown you an approach
sì, più o meno,
of encoding the rules of nature into planetary data. We've seen biomes emerge from geology,
alla
temperature,
fine,
humidity,
diciamo, il concetto
climate,
dell'MP è quello lì,
un'esplosione
di corrente, di onde radio.
Artists hand placing or manually creating biomes, instead leveraging asset mapping. We've shown you a new way to make the game that can scale, to create thousands of Korean places for civilizations on planets that can be used for missions or immersion gameplay, without art and design, hand-placing locations, leveraging world design rules instead. We've seen how populations of AI and NPCs inhabiting locations dynamically adapt their understanding of the environment without custom markup by developers, allowing the creation of more playable spaces rapidly. We've shown you how light and sound also benefit from Genesis data to influence planetary environments. And we've shown how these systems come together when weather comes into an area, changing your gameplay experience significantly. Our goal with Genesis and all of its systems is to create more worlds, better worlds, faster, by applying our tech wizardry and craftsmanship to build systems that respond to data. That's our Star Engine presentation for today, guys, for this year. Have a great CitizenCon. We'll see you on the next one.
Genesis è fuori di testa.
Sì, ma a parte un progetto immenso, ma se questo è quello che hanno presentato ora, il dopo cosa sarà, Domix?
Hello viewers, I'm Kirsten.
Io penso che Genesis cambia l'aspetto di Star Citizen. Da già il gioco migliore che c'è in giro a essere unico.
Sta pulendo il bancone, guardalo, guardalo.
How are you feeling, Will?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good, thank you. It's been a good day so far.
Beautiful. That was a smashing presentation. How is it to do it here in Manchester versus LA last year?
It's very different. LA is, of course, amazing. It was incredible to visit, but I think there's something really special about doing it here, just down the road from the studio.
Ai barili di birra, quelli
to see
di
the people
nel
you get
gioco.
coffee with, the people you work with, and you chat about problems and do design with. They're here too this time, whereas last time it was amazing and it was lovely meeting all the LA folks, but it's just not the same as the people that you work with each day. I love it being here. It's great.
Oh, it must be amazing to celebrate all the work you've done with the community and the studio here in Manchester.
Yeah, absolutely. No one person carries any of this. It's all teamwork, and having everyone here to kind of share in that and see everyone and meet the communities, it's just incredible.
L'acqua.
Well, with all that hard work that you just got to show off to everyone here today, what are the main 3 takeaways from today's presentation?
So it's like Benoit just said, the whole Genesis set of technologies is all about creating more worlds faster and better. We've got a benchmark. Things look great. Pyro
che gli
looks
darà possibilità,
incredible,
capito, di
but
dargli
we want
una
to be able to
spinta
deliver that more.
incredibile,
We
ma
want to
con
be
una
able to
qualità
exceed
fuori
that
dal
benchmark
normale.
and do it
Io non
across
credo di aver
everything we make
visto,
going forward.
lo
And
ripeto,
the whole Genesis panel, I won't
qualsiasi
pretend that I know
gioco
everything
con
about
questa
everyone's section
interazione,
because
questa
they're all
immersività e
experts.
questa
But
grafica,
all of it is coming together to create a much better game and much better
qualcosa
content
di
for it.
assurdo, al di fuori del paranormale.
Okay.
Che poi in un gioco chiuso, cioè quindi in un single player con la storia, forse può starci, ma anche COD lo faceva una roba così, la storia era fatta bene, ma dura poco. Questa è la grafica di un gioco multiplayer MMA online
di 400/1000 utenti che saranno
alla volta dentro, sì. No,
I
raga.
can't pick a single favorite.
Io vi sfido tutti voi che è live sia sul mio canale che con il Domix a trovarmi un gioco con queste caratteristiche.
Very humble. So, tell us a bit more about what players can expect with Genesis. What are the biggest changes coming for them?
Well, you're going to see the planets become more and more physically based. As this technology matures and is finished out and is rolled out to the stuff that we're delivering to live, you're going to start to see all of these things come together. You're going to see that cohesion that we demoed today. And I'm hoping that we're going to show you some more of the steps along the way as well in the future, where we won't just be showing you Pines anymore, we're going to be showing all that incredible stuff that Seb's been busy authoring. Together, it's just going to look amazing. I'm so excited to get this into people's hands.
Beautiful. The personal highlight for me was seeing the water interaction with the biomes. Is that something you're excited for players to interact with?
Absolutely. The swamp demo with the water interaction, I kind of knew it was coming, and I'd seen like the clip in the background, but seeing it there and it just working is great. I love it, and I can't wait for once those biomes are out and you can go and explore. There's so much more reason to be in the water.
Non solo delle subcache, ok, non le prime, ok.
Immersion's obviously very important to our community, but I would just want to touch on the work you and the team have done. Is there anything you want to say to anyone in the studio, or any shout-outs you want to make to the people you work with?
I don't know what to say about fans except come up and say hello if you are one. Back at the studio, you guys are all amazing.
Se guardi la creazione del personaggio, i capelli non sono normali, quindi
there are so many people that go into making
è quello lo
this,
stile,
whether it be
capito?
the water sim and the rendering and all the people that worked on that, or the planet tech and all the people who have worked on the giants whose shoulders we stand on, and then the people who work today. It's not just me. We have a team. We have a group of people, and everyone brings a unique contribution. It's amazing. It's great. So thank you to everyone.
Yeah, just to echo that, thank you to everyone who's worked so hard on all this tech, including yourself. Yeah.
What was your favorite bit?
I liked seeing the Pico get shot.
Absolutely. Shoot that guy. He doesn't. We don't need him.
Oh, well, speaking of community, I think it might be time to throw over to Dan, who's checking out the community booths. Dan, are you ready for us? Yeah?
Thank you, Kirsten, and thank you, Will. It turns out water is wet, and no one better to tell us than Will. Now, guys, we are here back at CitizenCon on the show floor waiting for the next panel. We'll be back in a little bit for that, but I want to continue showing you guys some of the awesome stuff we have here on the show floor. So I'm here now at the Monster Tech Sim Pit area. Monster Tech, we had an awesome promotion with earlier this year where we have these great themed chairs. Look at this. This is an RSI branded Monster Tech chair. Let's get a close in on that if we can.
È troppo però. La sedia mi sembra che costa 1.000 euro, no?
Look at me.
Che? Quanto?
No?
I'm Chris Roberts.
Io voglio quella di dietro, la Mirai però.
I'm Chris Roberts now. So let's take a look at this booth right now. We have an awesome area where players are playing Arena Commander in sort of a real D 4D situation. These are haptic chairs. There's motors in the chairs. They're using our VKB branded joysticks. Thank you again to VKB for helping sponsor CitizenCon.
Sponsor
This is awesome. We are getting to play Star Citizen in a way few people ever get to experience Star Citizen.
Ah, minchia, proprio quella pedaliera
tutto. It looks great. This is awesome. If you guys are here on the show floor at CitizenCon, this is an awesome place. You definitely need to check this place out.
Devi avere un salone per questa
How you doing? Doing well? You winning? Are you winning something?
Sì, vabbè, siamo coi VKB, siamo
trying to figure out how to fly again. You have to figure out how to
solamente di fly, pedaliera, pulsantiera.
People here, so it might take a little bit to get in, but this is awesome. And as you can see, continuing the branding and the theming we have here, just excuse me, guys, we have in-game posters as well. We have a Leilani Addison poster, we have our Ship Showdown posters. All the thing here is that we were on deck of the UES Barbary here in orbit above Manchester. Now, guys, we also have some awesome stuff we're about to show you. We're going to head over to the community booth in a little bit. But first, I want to take a quick moment to also thank one of our other sponsors, Scan PC. So for those of you who are attending CitizenCon, you didn't even know this, but all of you are actually entered in a competition right now to win a free Theme Star Citizen Scan PC. If you check into your bags, you have a challenge coin. Every single challenge coin in every single one of your bags has a unique number on it. At the end of the show, we'll be pulling a random number that matches one of those unique challenge coin numbers. So make sure you have your challenge coin on you. If you don't, you're going to miss out because we have an awesome themed Kovalex box themed Scan PC. I'm actually going to throw it over to Sam, who's going to check out that PC over in our interactions booth. Sam, why don't you show us what that looks like?
No idea what he's saying.
Cambiate? Okay. Allora?
Hi guys, and welcome over to the community booths. So I'm right here at our props booth, and we do have one of those special PCs right here on the desk. So if you guys want to see what you could be winning, hang on to those challenge coins. That is a 3XS PC from our friends over at Scan. Thank you so much for sponsoring this event. So, at the props booth today, I am here with Tom, Joe, and Anise, who are going to be working on stuff throughout the day. So, Tom, what is it that you're working on today?
So we have the goodie pack that's going to be, part of the, if you bought it, you would have it, and we are doing some of the.
È vero che in teoria dovrebbero dare qualcos'altro col goodie pack.
I'm doing, the stuff that we are going to have, and yeah.
Amazing.
Hi.
So, how are you finding the atmosphere at SitCon? Is it your first time?
Sorry, I was in LA last year, and it was amazing, and I love this one even more, and I hope everyone feels the same way, and yeah.
Fantastic. So, unfortunately, Tom is working on a project that shall not be named, so we can't really talk to you about this next question. But let's move swiftly on over to our Star Citizen props artist, Mr. Joe. How are you getting on?
Il code per acquistare il computer.
Brill. So could you tell us about one of the props that you're most proud of from Star Citizen?
Most proud of? Well, that's to come later. But at the moment, I think my most proud is the item banks, the infamous item banks. We're looking at the art school. But yeah, probably those ones.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Well, we'll leave these guys to their very important work. If you want to catch them, you can catch them at any point throughout the event, both Saturday and Sunday. So go say hi and, give them some suggestions. They might make it into game. You never know. So on the right over here, as you can see, a very popular booth, we have JRDF, who are our amazing model makers, and they have done a lot of work for us in the studio as well. So if you get a chance, do try and visit their booth. They will be happy to show you guys all of their amazing work.
Quella la Sabre.
And next, we'll take... imagine bumping into you here.
Just happy to be here, as always.
Take
over for a little bit.
Ha sentito la presenza questa qua.
Gli ha dato una botta, gli ha dato. La stampante, hai visto che roba?
È meglio che me ne vado,
This is the dance show now. Come follow me.
Devo comprare quella resina.
Is getting to interact with you guys.
Questa va bene, ma...
One of the best parts about being part of the Star Citizen
Se
community
riesco a dividerla a
is being
metà,
part of
ti
an org.
dico.
And one of our first orgs we're going to look at today is Nova. Now, Nova is one of our awesome orgs that has a community booth here today. You can see they're giving a ton of stuff out. Let's take a quick look at some of their theming of the booth. They have some awesome video stuff playing. We've asked them to turn it down a little bit because it's a little noisy here. But as you can see, they have some awesome giveaways. They have some awesome stuff. They have some merch, which we'll be looking at the merch in a second. But let's make our way behind the booth. Is there a good way? That is a terrible idea if I try and do that. We're not even going to worry about it.
Va bene, fa niente, non entro, che già butto giù tutto.
How's it going, man?
It's going all right, and you?
Great, thank you for letting me into the country. So tell me all about Nova. What's the history of Nova?
Well, at the moment, Nova was established in 2948. Nova is a lawful and independent self-sustaining organization.
Praticamente possono farlo tutti. Puoi fare in modo di avere uno stand tuo per la tua org, che è una cosa bellissima, per capito? Dai alla community l'opportunità di affacciarsi veramente su Star e quindi essere una cosa, capito, molto presente. Ed sono anche loro presenti per la community, che veramente loro ci tengono tantissimo.
That's awesome. So both new players and old players alike can sign up for Nova. Anyone who's interested in being part of you guys. What would you guys say is your main focus as an org? Like, are you guys just trying to get a rounded experience for Star Citizen, or is there a specific focus, like role play or career focus? What's the hook for Nova?
Our main hook for Nova is the operations we run for our members. Our commanders, specialized in each of one of our 5 branches, put on operations every day of the week for our members to just enjoy and get out into the verse. Last year we had over 2,500 operations that we ran for our members, and hopefully they enjoyed that, and hopefully that continues to have them stay in the verse and enjoy it.
So how many members do you guys currently have in Nova?
On the last count we had just over 13,500, and we hope it keeps on to keep on climbing.
So 13,500 people, that is awesome. What do you guys have here? Let's take a quick look again at their booth. There's some really cool stuff they have here.
Right, on the booth, right. Here we have the postcards that were part of a screenshot competition we hosted with our members.
Vedi?
The winners obviously got to have their screenshots posted at CitizenCon.
Fanno tutte
on
le
the back
robe.
of each of these postcards, we have the QR codes leading to each individual branch's recruitment video.
So walk me through the branches. Like, what are your 5 branches?
Right, our 5 branches. We have Nova Relief, which is our medical and search and rescue branch. Anything to do with helping people, that's what they do. Nova Defense is our Navy, Air Force, Marines on the ground. If there's anything that Nova needs to defend, that's what they do. We bring them in. Nova Corps is our industrial branch. They deal with any of the mining, salvage, cargo transport, and in the future, construction, hopefully, for building. Anything to do with money, that's what they do. Nova Frontiers, our scientific and exploration branch. They're the ones that go out into the black and bring back the information for us. They also create our
Se sa qualcosa dell'Apollo Medivac, ancora no, però penso che potrà essere una prossima candidata a essere buttata dentro. Devono solo di far diventare più grande una situazione come quella della 8, la cosa.
And it's a great looking booth. And that was all of them, right?
Branches. Yes, that's all the branches.
Amazing. So, guys, if you are here at CitizenCon, check out Nova. Thank you so much again for inviting us into your lovely Nova home. So, guys, we're going to move on to the next
la
booth.
4.0 stanno assumendo persone.
Excuse me, pardon me.
In che senso?
We have
Le
Marcus
org.
Workshop. We have
No,
some
questi sono gli
amazing
stand
minis here. These guys are
delle
making
org.
some awesome Star Citizen minis. Take a look
Quella
at
lì
these
era la
minis.
nova, era.
We have some painted
Madonna, guarda
razors.
che
We have
belli
an
sti
Apo
modellini.
Santaki Eye. We have
Mista,
a
guarda sti
Mercury-
modellini.
no, that's-
Mista.
yes.
Guarda che cazzo di
Guarda
roba.
Guarda quella Fury, guarda la S7A. Guarda la
So
Redeemer
guys,
dell'altro
I
lato.
want to thank you guys for coming to CitizenCon. I'm being told we need to wrap for time, so I unfortunately need to throw over to Sam. Let's make sure we go over to Sam. Oh, we're going to Jared. We're going to Jared. Never mind. Let's get ready for Jared. Lots of people talking in your ear. What people don't realize is people talking in your ear, you can't really hear what you're saying, but I think we're ready for Jared now. Jared, let's throw it over to you. Thank you guys so much for having us here at CitizenCon. Back to you, Jared.
Piano, piano. Ok.
Oh! It's main stage disco.
Tutta la volta sei zoppicato.
That wasn't a gag earlier. I really messed up my hammy. Pro tip, don't get old. All right, so we just finished our Star Engine presentation, Brave New World. I want to do one more round of applause for all the CTG guys who got up here and showed you their work. Just when you think our planets couldn't get better, they come up to us about 3 months ago and they're like,
Lui
hey,
è-
we've got this. Do you want to show this to
È
CitizenCon? I'm like,
PR
yes.
super.
Yes, we do. We want to show this to CitizenCon. But you don't think it'll be like an ISC kind of thing? I'm like, no. That's CitizenCon worthy. All right, so our next presentation are a group of several dear friends of mine and Sean Tracy. You know I love you, baby.
Interazione massima.
I love
Con i player.
It's a
Social Universe
presentation that
adesso
I have
c'è.
wanted to do here at CitizenCon for years. And in 2024, well, the stars seemed to align, and I'm so excited that you're going to see this. This is was what I called in our pre-show our sleeper presentation of the year. I hope you give them all the attention and all the admiration they deserve. Please welcome Benoit Bossigeur and A Social Universe.
Cosa ci vuoi mostrare ora?
A Social Universe, tutta la roba sui player, questa roba qua.
Okay. Hello.
Ma cosa
Can you hear me?
Allora, praticamente, da quanto leggo dalla...
Cool.
Te dovrebbe essere la vita nel verse, quindi tutto quello che riguarda i player dentro il gioco, quindi
le foto
tutta la
che mi hanno
vita.
mandato
No, tutta la vita all'interno.
And I will be your host for this panel.
I numeri attuali, dici tu?
It's time to
Penso sì, tutta la vita nel
But before we start, I have a couple warnings. First one,
No, non
let's
penso,
take a look at
Zana,
this
non
one.
penso. Questo, vedi?
I took this in our last technical
bella sta
preview
foto,
demonstration.
da là.
And God, I was so happy to see all these people on the
Questa
train.
secondo me sarà una crew,
It's
No,
just
può
made
essere
me,
neanche
like,
un gruppo
very
di player,
emotional.
capito?
And so
È
I wanna take a
proprio
moment
la
to
vita
thank
nell'universo di
every
Star
one of you
Citizen.
that have
Che
participated
figa quella
with
armatura,
tech
sì, anche
previews,
quella della
Silver
RSI,
Mission
ma anche
Test
quella
A,
bianca.
B, C, D, and E so far. You guys have been thousands to come and help us test this technology, and the team and I are really humbled, and we feel energized by your energy. So on our behalf, thank you very much.
Quella con la tutina dell'ospedale, là in fondo.
Now, the above picture is really nice, other than this guy, but it does present a problem. A fundamental part of playing
ce ne
a
sono?
massively multiplayer online game is how you connect with other
MMO
players.
Foundation,
To
vedi?
join in on adventures, or to
Con
receive
team with
support
other
when
players.
you want to get out of a
Ma non mi
tricky
dire che questo è server
situation,
meshing,
or you want to participate in
Probabile.
endeavors that are bigger than yourself.
Che
Or
troppi
simply you
player,
want to
raga,
run a
tutti
business and
insieme
make
in
a
un
profit.
posto.
Well, as our game server shards grow,
Meshing.
you will encounter more players, and for that, we need to scale Star Citizen's
Questo
social
praticamente è
tools
quello che
to
succederebbe ora
MMO
nelle
size.
città.
Vabbè, tu calcola
Quando
quello, se
Our
metti invece che
ambition has
100
always been
persone
to
in un
build a
server,
grand social system,
2000, la
including not only the
probabilità
game,
aumenta
but the world outside,
di
like
tanto
on
di
Spectrum.
beccare player, di
Unfortunately,
tantissimo.
the focus has been elsewhere for a long time. we have neglected this part of this side of the game in favor of others. For example, the Comlink app is by far the oldest application in Mobiglass. It's now time to correct this and make progress on this plan. Our goal, as a reminder, in Star Citizen is to cater to all types of players. Star Citizen in that respect is not a black or white. It's not an either-or kind of game. We are not an achievers versus casuals game. We are not a socializers versus solo players game. We are not a role players versus mechanics focused game. Or dare I say, we are not a PvE versus PvP game. We are all of those things. We strive to build a social environment in the game that is easy to engage with, consistent and dependable, and trustworthy, where you can judge danger, safety, or shadiness. And we want this to be deeply rooted in gameplay mechanics, like reputation and progression. So today we're going to take a look at the updated Star Citizen social tools and how they tie into the game. But first, look at this guy. A warning. What we're going to show you is very early work. And we will not be making a revolution or breaking boundaries. We just want to bring our game up to MMO standards. Or like Jared likes to say, bringing our 30th century game into the 21st century. And so in order to do this, we've enlisted some help. First of all, throughout this presentation, all the screenshots are made from you, the community, directly pulled from our community hub. You're going to see some player names on screen. Most of them are all of our most die-hard Evocati members. And for this, we should really take a moment and thank our Evocati members for their renewed support. They're always there for us. They get the worst and worst of the bills, and they do good power through. This is an actual shot from the last Evocati. Forget the prisoner mentioned here from the work mines. So, I'm not going to lie, this presentation is going to be a lot of Mobiglass. It's not super flashy, but focus on what the tools will allow you to do and their impact. But for this, I need some help myself, so I'm going to make a party, and I'm going to get some developers to help. So let me first invite our senior systems designer, Gabriel Hector.
Hello, CitizenCon. Hope you're doing all right.
Però ho visto già un'icona carina.
Before in your earlier introduction, so tjena.
Ah, nice. All right, we need some more. Let's invite Assistant Design Director, JJ, to the stage.
My spot's quite far away.
Yeah, no, you
Capelli tutti uguali.
Walk out. Okay, so social universe begins with your friends. That's your closest group. It's the first go-to when you want to play. Our current friend system is dated, and it includes things that are, well, not really friends. So my first question goes off to JJ to kick us off. What are we doing to improve friends and friends management?
So we're taking our oldest app in the Mobiglass, the Comlink app, and we're upgrading it to a brand new social app. And this is now going to be your one-stop shop for all of your friends and group gameplay.
Allora.
Now, this is the new and improved friends list. So you'll notice,
è tutta la parte dei contatti nuovi del Mobiglass.
And that's ATC.
Ok, cambierà anche questo allora.
Friendship has ended with ATC.
What?
Bello, guarda, ti dice anche quando è uscito.
So this is now just a dedicated space.
Ostili anche gli ostili. Minchia, quanti ne entreranno dentro lì? Lo stile block style, vedi? Bloccati o...
Le notifiche di invito, va bene, amici, aggiungi amici.
Avrei
praticamente... E poi vedi anche persone che sono presenti sull'org e dici che questo non gioca mai, questo gioca di più.
Avrei praticamente un menu delle varie attività, una sorta di Discord. Ed è sincronizzato con lo Spectrum, quindi diventerà ancora più inserito dentro lo Spectrum al sistema di Mobiglass, capito?
Any functionality that is shared between the game and the web and the launcher,
guarda che ti
we're aiming
dice
to synchronize
che è sullo
across all.
Spectrum, sotto i due di New
And speaking of
Babbage,
synchronizing,
in questa
when
zona
we
qua.
have multiple characters, your friends will be shared across all of them too.
Nice.
Ti dice anche
So
la posizione.
some people are real socialites. I know I've seen them. They have a lot of friends. I'm talking multiple
Io non l'ha
pages
fatto
and
bene,
pages of friends.
Spectrum, aspetta, sta vedendo il forum.
What are we doing to help management
Magari
a
è
huge
sullo
friends
Spectrum,
list?
ma non è in gioco.
Nice humble brag, Ben. Well, in fact,
Note,
we
Ben
are
it's
giving you the
alt account,
ability
Chris
to
alt
add
account.
notes to your
Ah, gli
friends
dei
list,
nomi,
so you can remember,
grande.
hey, this is that cosplayer that I met at CitizenCon 2954. Or maybe it's JJ's super weird
Comunque
username.
stanno rivoluzionando
This
un
is
gioco
JJ.
già quasi
Also,
perfetto, eh.
You can add people to a favorites list, meaning that the people that you interact with most
Vedi,
in the
questo
game
è quello
are
che mi carica,
always
dici,
going
guarda,
to
devi
be
giocare
shown
ancora
at the
di più
top
a
of
Star
your friends
Citizen.
list for your convenience.
Ti motivano,
Additionally,
cazzo.
we're moving the voice chat into the
Party!
social app.
Ah,
And, well,
Una chiamata
who are you gonna
interna.
call?
sì, ma
That's the
parti,
question.
35 persone.
You're gonna call your friends. You're gonna call your party. So this
C'è
is
il
where it
party in
should live.
game, quindi in automatico. Wow,
Seems to
4
have got
miliardi c'ha
a lot
questo.
of UEC there as well, Ben.
I swear to God, I didn't dupe
35
any
persone su
cargo.
Atomix, praticamente tu
This
giochi
is just
in
my
party
personal
e
allowance.
puoi
Ma
mutare
Vulcani
e
si
smutare
chiama-
chi vuoi.
Sure,
Probabile che Vulcani
All
ce
right,
ne
so that's
metteranno,
all cool for your close buddies, but
Cioè
the
tu
one
praticamente
thing
vedi, tu
that
c'hai le
always happens
cuffie, il
when you meet
microfono,
people is that
ok?
some of them
Come se
are
fosse
nice.
Discord. E secondo me
Have
tramite
users, pad
la
rammers,
4.0,
active
quando tu
griefers,
sulla nave ci sono 40 persone,
you know?
tu muti e smutti chi
Currently,
vuoi.
we can't do
Controllare,
anything
guardate
about
là
that in the
a
game.
destra,
What are we
vedi
doing to help
all
the
up.
situation?
So in addition to
Dai,
the friends
però,
list,
mica
we're
Peppe,
also
stai
now going to
fermo,
have a
figa,
block
non riesco a
list.
vedere
Ti
niente.
muovi
We like to think of block
amici,
people as reverse
sblocca.
friends. They're just people that
Sì,
you really
trolling
don't want to
in
talk to anymore.
personal hangar.
So what we're trying to do is we're doing
Ah,
something
mi ha ucciso
called
un medico.
blackballing them from communications.
Medical
So,
beacon.
see them talk,
Cioè,
and they can't see
praticamente
you
hai
talk
fatto un
anymore.
beacon e
Anonymous
lui ti ha
communications,
ammazzato, tu lo
whenever you
blocchi.
see some
E
of these other systems
vaffanculo.
we're about to talk about where you can group up, we're going to make it harder for you to see each other as
Con
well.
cambi cazzai Serafin.
Now we also have a much requested hostiles list for people who have made a real enemy.
Sono le
of you as well.
motivazioni,
The
capito?
KOS list is
Sì,
finally
devi
making
tu.
its way
Sparare
in.
senza, vedi,
You'll also be able to have notes here as
senza
well, so
pensarci.
you
Senza
can remember
pericolo.
that person I blocked 2 years ago.
e vaffanculo il
You
blocco.
remember why.
Non è così
You can't
strano,
forget. And
Non
then
è
for those
allora che
situations
siamo
where
tutti
someone really
strani.
wants to go the extra mile to be a super mega ass, you can report them to us and we'll deal with them for you.
All right, so now I have my friends list up to date. I can find my friends easily based on rich presence in real time, and I'm ready to go on an adventure. But for that,
Però c'è
I need a
l'icona
party.
org, eh.
The party
Avete
is
visto
the
che
core
c'è
of the social
l'icona org?
experience when you're heading into a mission,
Qua
meeting with
sotto?
other players or whether they're friend or not. Our
Ah!
party system is very bare bones at the
Diretto,
moment.
senza che tu vai
It does
sempre
have some
su
cool features,
Discord e
but
da lì
what are
vedi
we
tutto.
planning to improve parties?
Per invitare, secondo me,
Yeah,
sai,
so
per gli
bello.
amici.
it does have some
Bello,
cool
bello.
features like party
Ambasciatore,
launching, the party
Eskel,
markers,
Odris.
quantum syncing.
Quelli sono
it's
i
all good
player
stuff.
e questo
But
è il
Ok,
party.
i membri
Let's take a
sopra,
closer
sono
look
i
at the
membri,
è il
la
party.
org.
of the
È il
party
party
list.
questo, il party.
So,
Ah, ok.
with server meshing, we are
I
right
preferiti
now
anche metti, vedi
at
che le
a unique
coroncine a
opportunity
fianco.
for us.
Zibba,
So we already support large
aspettiamo.
parties, but we want to do this well.
Dai Zibba,
We
dai.
have been seeing what you do in the tech previews,
Logo nuovo,
and people have been partying up in hundreds.
100 plus people in one ship? Come on.
And that's all right. We just want to make sure that we're adding
sentito
better
100
support for this,
persone o
like
1000?
search functionality, making it easy to find people in your party. Also, just like we did with the friends list, we're adding rich presence here as well. But for the party, you're going to want more real-time gameplay-related info, like if someone's downed or dead or maybe offline for some reason. A big thing, though, is the ship and seat breakdown. So,
Aspetta.
you will see. Yeah, maybe that's worth it.
Oh porca troia. Ti fa vedere anche
So,
i membri
You will
nella
see
nave,
all the
chi
vehicles that your
pilota
party members are
e
in,
chi è il
as well as the
copilota.
seats that they are
Vedi?
in.
È per la
This will
4.0 come
give you
dicevo, che
great
pensavo prima
situational
io.
awareness and allows you to coordinate
Cioè tu secondo me
better
fai il
than ever
party in
before.
game,
It's
poi
essentially
puoi
a mini
mutare,
fleet
smutare chi
manager.
vuoi tu e parlare con chi di dovere, gestisci
Ah,
tutto.
ma tralasciando quello, guarda gli sit. Nel ship location all'Orville è
Pilota,
un...
torretta.
So there's going to be more improvements as well. So you're going to be able to control
Questa è una
permission
grande
for
cosa,
invite.
molto,
So only your
molto
leaders and
utile.
assistant
Questo per
leaders can
gestire la
actually
truppa
invite
nelle
people, so
Javelin,
it's
esatto.
no longer an absolute
Almeno
free
sai
for all.
dove sono.
And we're adding an absolute MMO staple as well.
Esatto, magari ti dice anche la torretta,
Which is
magari la torretta anteriore,
the ready
posteriore,
check.
sai, lato
So,
destro.
as we add more
Può
and
dire anche
more
questo.
challenging group gameplay, you're going to
Ah,
be able
il
to coordinate a lot
check,
better.
se sono tutti
And while we're
pronti,
talking
vedi?
about group play,
Grande.
and maybe
Operativo,
it's
operativo, non
unwanted
operativo,
group
sotto
play in
mi
this
sa
case,
Kraken,
we're
vedi?
improving the quality
Sì,
of
sì.
life for our streamers as well. So we'll no longer have a shared player list. We're going to be obscuring things like your on-screen name and location and so on.
Domix, qua per le oggi ci sarà tanto lavoro da fare, eh?
Bello, bellissimo.
Tanto lavoro da fare, bello, bello.
Pretty cool. It's a party for the eyes.
Ma voglio vedere chi si lamenta. E dice, no, che gioco di merda.
Bello, Movie Glass così è ancora più bello.
So the new Friends and Party place is really the one-stop shop to manage all your real-time interactions with other players or access your comms channel.
È anche un po' più di semplicità.
That's cool, but as we navigate the verse, it's always very difficult to find people. We have a single channel. People are blasting looking for groups. It's a bit awkward. You never know what you're going to find. With bigger shards, I know I'm the bigger shards guy now, but we're going to have a lot more players in there. There must be a better way.
Okay.
Well, Ben, we have given this some thought. So, the second tab in the social app,
non la fanno su carta, in che senso?
The Party Finder.
Alt, aspetta.
So, the Party Finder, it's a dynamic system that's going to make it easy for you to find
quando ci sarà troppa gente
gameplay.
non riesci a trovarli, sai dove saranno.
Player-powered matchmaking. So, if you are looking for more players, just go in here, advertise your party, give it an informative name like Ben has done here.
Space Combat Fun Times.
And you could even set things like a specific contract that you want to play,
non lo so,
or roles that you're looking to fill. Maybe you need gunners, engineers, pilots,
meat shields.
Maybe that. You could also limit the number of members. You might want to do some, again, specific content. So you want to do with a set number of members in the party, or you might want a tight-knit group. That's something that I would like very much. Maybe you just don't want to split the contract awards, right?
Eni, non so, sta in
once you
giro,
have that
Eni,
information,
libero.
Sto cercando di capire.
It's time to list your party.
And then people are going to be applying to join your group.
Perché
which
questo?
is kind of like a reverse invite. You're applying to the party, you're joining
praticamente c'è anche
You're the reverse guy today.
tutte queste belle cose, ma traduzione nativa in italiano non
c'è. You can then request, the people that are requesting, gestione sottogruppi. Decide on whether or not you want to accept or
Non
reject
deve mettere però la
them,
cavolo di lingua italiana già in game.
Then, on the other side, finding a party should be easy too. So all of those super cool things that Gabriel just mentioned, so like setting your group name, roles needed, party size, and so on, you're going to be able to use those as filters to find the right group.
Una nave.
Allora, 9 richieste impending, il massimo è 8 corrette, giusto, correnti, 5 membri, cos'è là?
Ho capito, ti dà tipo il pending delle navi.
Eating burgers at Whammers.
Sì, quindi sono 5 membri, ok, massimo 8 e 9 in attesa, non lo sto capendo qua.
Potrebbe essere l'attesa di 9 navi e il corrente sono 5 che ne ha attive.
Ok,
non lo so,
no.
Bisogna capire bene sta roba, allora spiegheranno ma in inglese che c'è, è difficile capire.
Non riesco a capire questa cosa qua.
How will we improve communication? It's very much of a mess right now. Our chat's very bare bones, and voice comms, we never really know if they work.
Well, let's chat about chats. So, we're adding options for you to customize the chat window, giving you the power to make the chat your own. We're also adding chat tabs.
We're bringing back tabs.
We're bringing them back from other games. And this means that you can set up customizable views.
Filter per comprare la roba.
Sì.
Magari stando il farm, stando il crafting, puoi comprare anche gli oggetti a trade.
I sure
Se non vuoi magari andare in giro, vai lì, prendi.
Vocal di prossimità anche, sì, esatto.
Sweet. How kind of you. So, first off, as we can see here,
come Discord,
we're making slash commands actually useful. So no longer just chicken dancing and flexing. It's going to be able to help you send messages to party, to proximity chats with say and /yell commands, as well as sending DMs to other players.
Messaggio di bello.
Hey, you wanted a real example.
Sure. So, another thing we're adding is that we're giving you the power to share information more easily via links. So, first off, here we have contract links, taking you to the contract manager for
no, in realtà stanno integrando all'interno del gioco apposta, capito?
Yeah,
quindi va tutto nella direzione interna più che all'esterno, capito? Perché loro non vogliono niente di esterno a quanto pare.
let's have a look at what that looks like.
In modo da riuscire a gestire meglio le
This means
cose,
that you can
i
click the
problemi e
link and it will
tutto.
take you to the exact
E
location
puoi
in the star map.
anche taggare il
Making it
posto.
easy for you
E è probabile che tu
group up.
clicchi sul posto e ti manda direttamente là.
Another
la
thing we're adding
destinazione.
is item links, and well, you'll see why you want to link items in our crafting
bot
your
life
home
cosa sarebbe?
presentation tomorrow.
No, organizzare in game diventa più
Lastly,
semplice, Zib.
We're adding
Molto più
player
semplice.
links to make it easy for
Basta
you
solo
to
coordinazione.
connect your friends with one another, right?
Lui ha taggato Sean, eccolo, vedi?
Parli
So,
direttamente
while we're
dal
talking about
Mobiglass.
comms, Sean just messaged us about VoIP.
Ah,
Do you
tagli le
wanna invite him
persone.
to the party?
I sure can, Gabe. We do need an expert to discuss VoIP and FOIP anyway. So you guys give us some air, remember hot mics, and let's invite Sean, Master of Faces Tracy, to join the party.
Bellissimo.
Hey, man.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all here. So, I've come up to talk a little bit about VoIP and VoIP.
Ciao,
so it's a bit of the
Dragon!
O se
communication
parla
channels
prima
beyond
Ziba
just
oppure...
Buongiorno.
Ciao Dragon. Oppure...
All right, so
riesci
VoIP
a
and VoIP are our systems
eccolo
in-game. VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, and VoIP, which I termed way back in 2019, Face over Internet Protocol. So VoIP gives us spatialized audio where you can hear and be heard within the universe. Whether you've got a helmet on, you've got a different filter. If you're far away, you can hear that they're far away. But we added face to that way back in 2019. So it's cool because you can place video calls, you can speak and see each other speak in the game, and you can take fun
Quindi
selfies
Ziba,
like
come
this.
dicevamo anche prima io e te, questa cosa qua che ci sarà il
So
forte di
again, I
prossimità.
mentioned it's back
Implementato
in
nel
2019,
2019.
so it's been in for a little while, but it hasn't really been updated so much since then. So the cool part about it, and I really got to mention, it's not a replacement
Cosa
for
con le
motion
webcam?
capture equipment. It's not a depth camera. It uses pretty much anybody's 2D-based
Forse per,
web camera to track your face. So it can do great things, but it's got its limitations as well. What's kind of cool about it is that VoIP and VoIP are actually coupled. They're encoded and decoded together on the network super efficiently so that it's always in sync. And anybody that's worked on facial animation with audio data knows that sync is super important. So it's been used in expected ways and unexpected ways by the community. Let's have a look.
This is Wallace Clem.
Clem? What is it?
Seems someone's on our case. One of our Ninedales facilities was sacked last night. Total loss. The bunker was destroyed.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
This isn't what they said it would be.
Subject has crossed the perimeter.
Most people don't associate ladies like us with Salvage, do they, Shell? That's right, Mel. In fact, we're the best in the whole system at Salvage, aren't we, Mel? That's right, Shell. And you look like you get about a bit.
No, you're up there in what?
Sì,
Your
ma
underwear
il
just
tracking
drinking
della faccia.
singing away.
Guarda il tracking della faccia.
You're watching Redline, your source for adventurous stories throughout the verse.
The name's Brad. Agent Davina Brad.
Excuse me, Captain? I'm Aaron Baxter.
We topped off yet, Aaron Baxter?
Just about, sir.
Good. I don't want to spend
Con
another
labiale
second
adesso,
on
senza dire niente.
Something we have in common, sir.
Hey, yeah.
It was that day when I met Mr. President that my life changed for the better.
Eat that apple.
You were never supposed to know any of this, Detective. You were supposed to die at Safe Haven.
Rachel.
Rachel's dead.
Hey man, I'm back again. You have any hands? Oh dude, I read the cap. What are you looking at, sir? Go away.
Che schizzati, che schizzati, che sono.
Non lo so, però potrebbero condividere, capito?
So that was all content made by the community, and I love it. I love it. I think it's awesome, bugs and all. But there's probably some improvements that we can make for that. So one of the big ones that we've made is head rotation tracking. It's actually something we were already doing to do head tracking in first person, but we never could move the head around on the actual character itself, which we've been able to do. Some cool stuff like range of movement.
Fate una struttura che senti anche il male.
Jared?
Yeah, Sean.
Il VoIP quando gira la testa pure lui.
Let's just do a fake video call. Can we do a fake video call?
Oh, you know we can do a fake video call, Sean.
All right, cool. So let's call one of my guys, Oliver Cook. He's been
Mi
working on some
aspetto
new
il Mobigas reale tra un po'.
Hey, Sean, and a big hello to everybody at Sitcom. How's it going?
Hey, Ollie. It's great to see you. Everyone's having a great time. I see you're using
Guarda il movimento della testa.
That's correct. I'm sat here in the comfort of my own home, talking to you via the power of VoIP and my webcam. We've been working on VoIP recently, and we're starting to see some improvements to the quality of the tracking in-game.
That sounds awesome. Can you tell everyone what you've done to improve it?
Well, we started off by looking at what we originally had, and we realized that some mouth poses were really difficult to pull. So we focused on improving the range of motion of the mouth, which now looks like this. Hopefully, you can see there's more of a one-to-one relationship with what's going on in our webcam. And this has helped some of those problematic poses we were seeing before, one of which being a closed-lipped smile, which was quite difficult to achieve previously.
Sicuro lo fa già per la nave. E il Toby va automaticamente a muovere la testa. Ma nell'integrazione quando sei a piedi è un altro mondo, capito? Cioè sull'RP diventa ancora più alta.
It really goes to show just how much work has gone into these heads. Let's see how many wrinkle maps we can trigger, huh? And finally, one other thing we noticed was the tracking quality could be quite noisy in environments where the lighting is less than ideal.
Senza
So to
Toby,
combat this, we've introduced
senza
tracking
Toby non penso che
stabilization,
vada.
which
Hai
helps to
bisogno o
reduce
di
the
una
amount of
webcam
noise we
o
get
del
from the
Toby, che
webcam.
comunque è webcam.
We're seeing positive results in low
Sì,
light
lì
conditions,
all'infrared,
but
quello lì con
we're also
l'infrarossi.
seeing a small
Sì, ma il
quality
Toby
boost
sul
in
lungo
optimal
così
lighting conditions.
e la
The
webcam
result is
puoi
a
usarla
more
tranquillamente.
expressive and stable face,
Io uso una webcam,
which is
per
great for
esempio.
using in-game or making videos in the verse.
Il Toby diciamo
We
segue
still
una
have
cosa
a
più
little ways
precisa.
to go with VoIP, but the
Solo
future
che non
is
so
bright
adesso
for
se
this
tu
feature,
muovendo la
and we can't
testa
wait to see what
fuori dal
wonderful
posto
things you
del
use it for
sedile
in the
riesci
verse.
a muovere la testa così.
So I see you in the character creator. Let's change how you look.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's change up my appearance here a little bit and see what we can make. The super cool thing about the character customizer is that it continues to track my face even when editing. And this is great if you want to see what VoIP will look like on your character before you commit to your appearance. Let's start off by changing my hairstyle, shall we? We have a bunch of cool hairstyles to pick from.
Questo
I
devo
used to
vederlo
have pretty
grande.
long hair back in the day. So let's try and find something longer than I currently have. Okay, that's wild. Not quite what I'm looking for, but what else do we have? Dreadlocks. Super cool. Not what I'm after, though. Let's see here. There we go. Much better. The fun thing here is with the head tracking, it's much easier to rotate around and quickly see what I'm going to look like.
Guarda,
Let's
fai
stick with
così
that for
per
now.
favore.
That looks good to me. We can do the same for anything else in
ma
the
come fa a
customizer,
integrarlo
but I'm
senza
going to go ahead
Toby?
and remove my beard.
Senza Toby è quasi
Because I
impossibile.
want to show you that VoIP still works when changing the
Cazzo,
structure
solo
and
cambia webcam?
characteristics of my actual
No, dico il
face.
movimento integrato,
We have a
ma
lot of
senza
heads
una
in
cosa
our
che legge. Non
I'm
puoi
just going to
farlo.
cycle through a few of them
Il
here to show
Toby
you
penso che
è
la
whatever
webcam
we
lo fa,
choose,
il
we're still
Toby è lo
tracking,
sponsor
and we're good to go.
di cosa,
We can even start to
comunque,
manipulate
di
individual
Star
aspects of the face, with no detriment to the mapping onto the
Madonna.
head. VoIP won't break when you combine these heads together. So if you just want to tweak a small aspect of your character, or take on the likeness of one of the heads included, you can do so, and test out exactly how the tracking is going to look based on your face movements in the webcam. You can now see I'm someone totally different, and we're having no troubles tracking. And if I don't like what I've picked, I can always just randomize here, which I think is a great way of not only showing the countless combinations of heads that we can make, but also that VoIP will continue to work with anything that we throw at it. I think I'm looking pretty good here, Sean. What do you think?
Yeah, good. I think it's pretty unique to Star Citizen. Thanks a lot for showing it.
Anytime. And I hope everybody has an awesome sitcom. See you later.
It's pretty cool.
All right, that's great, Sean. But the reliability of our voice transmission has been a bit spotty, with many players reporting quality loss or even full audio loss. What are we doing to improve the overall infrastructure behind VoIP and FOIP?
Well, first of all, we've heard you, we know, we've tried it, and it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be updating the voice service and a total overhaul of the voice server. This is actually important, and we need to do this anyways, because we have to update the voice infrastructure for the much larger shards that are coming. So this is going to improve reliability and the voice quality. So one of the biggest things that we're going to be doing for you guys is to make sure that you have feedback in the game for when this is working and when this is not working. When you're transmitting, when you're receiving, you really have to know. So whether that's picture-in-picture, whether that's an icon telling you you're transmitting, these are all going to be things that we're adding as we go forward with these features.
Cool. Good stuff.
What?
È rivisitata tutta la parte per quanto riguarda l'interazione di player in FOIP e in VoIP.
There's room for 4?
Yeah. There's a lot of people on stage now.
It's a bit crowded, right?
Can we kick Sean?
Yeah, we can.
I think we should kick Sean. Bye, Sean.
Certainly do it.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Kick it from the party.
All right, now we've made some friends, we've joined parties, and we even kicked some people. That's super great. But what if you're new to the game?
Ben, behind you.
Oh! The guide system. So we've introduced the guide system on the web a while ago, and this allowed new players and experienced players to match up, basically for a new player to get training and learning the ropes. Wait, are we bringing it in the game?
Yeah, of course we are.
Bene. Queste sono le guide.
So, ultimately, we want to encourage you all to help one another. And it's very important for a game as large and as complex as Star Citizen is. And while we're improving how we teach you the game, it's irreplaceable to have another player by your side showing you the ropes. So we want to keep the guide types from the website, because there's already a lot of good ones there. And they already cover a very wide variety of gameplay. And as we add more game systems, more guide types are going to get added too. And base building's a great example of that, which is a little teaser there for tomorrow.
No teaser, dear tease.
Oh, yeah. But now, how do you become a guide? So now there's going to be a list of requirements that you've got to meet. And this list will require you doing content like contracts, beacons, or many other things as well. And ultimately, once you've checked that list, you can then opt in to become a guide. And really, we've done this because we wanted becoming a guide to really mean something, both to yourself, to other players, so they can rely on your experience. But why become a guide? Out of the goodness of your own hearts?
No.
You want to get paid. Some of you love to help, and a lot of you already are. But while I don't have time to get into specifics today, there are going to be rewards available for those of you that do put the effort in.
Because we like to get paid.
You do like to get paid. But ultimately, we want you to want to help.
All right. So I've been doing a lot of guide stuff, and I've reached a guide level in a field that I like doing tons of content on. Or I'm a new player, and I need training in a key area. How does this all tie together? Let me answer my own question. It ties into beacons, trust, and rating systems. Or as we say internally, beacons, but actually good. Yeah. So beacons have been in the game for a while, but we are juicing them up.
Yeah, so let's look at how we're juicing them up. So first off, tying into the guide stuff, we're adding a new type of beacon. So guide beacons. It means that if you are a guide, you'll be able to respond to them. If you need a guide, you broadcast them. And if you need a guide, you can be certain that whoever responds to them knows their stuff. So this is obviously good for new players needing to learn the game, but even seasoned players like yourselves, you're going to have a great use for this because there's always something new to learn in the verse. So you just post your question, you broadcast it out, the guides get alerted, they can accept it, contact you, and once you have the information you need, you take the beacon down, get out there, and use your newfound knowledge. So obviously there's many different types of guide beacons here, but we're also adding more categories to service beacons.
Now, all this beacon stuff sounds fine, but let's be honest. I have a friend, not me, but every time they use a beacon, they get ganked. How are we going to do? What are we going to do to make sure that whoever is answering my call for help is trustworthy?
Are you sure that's your friend and not you? Yeah, okay. So we've got a few ways of tackling this, and one of them is actually subsidizing the beacons. So guilds contribute rewards to the payouts on service beacons, and we'll get to guilds shortly. But that could be money, reputation, or potentially other rewards as well.
Because we like getting paid.
And ultimately, that keeps the cost down for the people that need help, but rewards the people that are helping. And this actually finally makes it viable to do beacons for whatever profession you like to do. Medics, refuelers, and repairers, just to name a few. But if you misbehave and you fail the beacon, there's no payout for you. So that's one incentive. The other is that we're adding a proficiency rating.
Anche I ruoli loro
Responders
cambiano.
can earn that rating by successfully completing service beacons.
La reputazione.
You go from bronze up to gold, which indicates your level of experience and success. And only the top few will be able to earn platinum status.
Dovrei riuscire a livellare un po'
puts you on a
tutto.
leaderboard and marks you as one of the best playing in your region. So, when broadcasting, responders offer to help and you'll see their rating.
Bello,
Then you'll get to
vedi,
pick
danno
who
anche
you want to help you
un'utilità
out.
agli altri e
Then
ti
let's say you're
fanno in
not very
modo che
good,
tu venga
or you
ripagato.
like to misbehave a lot. Failing a beacon will result in losing rating.
Ah, ok.
And then repeat offenders will enter the
Se il
red
beacon
zone,
si
the
abbassa
bald
di
zone.
brutto, vedi meno
And then only
1000.
really desperate
L'ultimo il
people
medical,
are gonna
che è
take
quello
you on.
solito che secondo me
We're
lo
making
fanno
the
anche
system much
apposta
more
contro
robust,
queste
to the point
cose.
of automatically determining success
Grazie
or
per
failure.
tradotto e
So we're putting a
spiegato.
lot of focus on making the system difficult to
Tranquillo,
exploit as
Ste, a
well
dopo.
in the many different
Ciao
ways that it
ciao,
can be
grazie
right
mille.
now. So
Repair,
criminal
sì,
types,
sicuramente
like
ci sarà un beacon di
to get
riparazione,
much
quindi
more
ci sarà... Sì, perché c'è il tool per
So
riparare.
yeah, that's all great from the beacon broadcaster's perspective, right? Pretty cool stuff. But they're not the only ones getting ganked. The beacon responders, they're also in a bad position. So what are we doing for the beacon responders? Well, we want to give you some idea of the risk you're putting yourself into by responding to the beacon. So we're adding trust rating. So if we look at this person who's looking for some help to repair here, well, you can see their last 5 recent beacons that they've broadcasted.
Personal
They have
trans.
2 neutral ones. Something's gone wrong,
Transport.
but it wasn't necessarily bad or illegal. Then I have a red one.
Il
That's
transporter.
bad. They have been up to something. But they have also been successful with 2 beacons. So, well, at least you can assess the situation before going into it. It ensures your safety when doing a good deed. And yeah, I think that's it for beacons. So, well,
We've got
AJ?
one more big thing I guess we need to talk about, right? Which we're really excited for.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is exciting. I like this one.
Did someone mess with the slides?
In Sweden, we call this a double barrel.
Well, it's not time for lunch just yet. So, who would like to talk about player organization?
Organizzazione giocatori.
That's all right.
It sounds like we've got a few people in orgs in the house today. But Benoit, you talked about this a while ago, right?
It's been 84 years.
Il
So,
black hole.
I was originally asked to outline the original
prestate delle navi
ideas
nuove così compro
between
qualcosa, dai.
behind our
Org,
organization's been working in the very early days
dentro
of
il
the project.
gioco.
A younger band, big
Alleluia.
ideas, same ideas. Now
Che figata
action.
sta fatto con tutti gli MK2,
You
guarda,
have
è
no
bellissima, mi
idea
piace.
how happy I am that we're finally tackling this task and
con la
this
stessa
design
tuta?
magari,
in the game
la
to
foto
truly give you
sulla-
all the tools you need to make your empire in SC. There are more than 70,000 organizations registered on the RSI website.
Ci sono 70.000
69,999 of them of decent size, and then test.
grandi e piccole che siano.
But all of those have custom identities, logos, charter. The amount of creative and high-quality content you guys have always produced has always amazed us and inspired us. Those orgs range from a small group of friends with just the name to large companies spanning a large amount of players with the intent to share wealth, missions, and campaigns together. Now we want to make those orgs matter in the game.
Social è il
Should you choose to join or create an
principale,
organization, we want this social aspect to be part of your progression. But don't let me spoil it. Let's get a real
gioco
designer to cover
mantiene
this
in
stuff.
vita il gioco e il gioco va
You
avanti.
are a self-proclaimed big MMO player yourself, so why don't you give us the details?
I didn't realize I went around self-proclaiming so much, but thank you.
Organizzazione.
But as an MMO player, I understand that different terminology is used in a lot of different games, so I just wanted to very quickly go over how we're using it in Star Citizen. So orgs, as many of you know, the players coming together to achieve a goal, whatever you want your goals to be. We give you the framework and you set it up and drive it forward.
Cerchiamo di capire bene questo
We were going to shout a few of them
passaggio.
out, but I was actually told we couldn't play favorites, so we actually made our own. So we've got the Fellowship of JJ and
the Baltzfall Buccaneers.
Those
What?
guys.
You guys made your own orgs?
Yeah, we kind of left you out. Sorry about that, James.
We also have NPC factions, and they're already in the game. And you can earn or lose reputation with them. Now, contracts and doing nice things will earn you rep. And killing and stealing and all that horrible stuff you love, Ben,
Minchia,
that will
Ling,
lose you rep.
Family Howling.
Ling and
Fazione
Red Wind
in
and
gioco
the ones you can see on
NPC,
there are just a few examples, and there's going to be a lot more to come going forward. Now, there are also guilds, like the Interstellar Transport Guild. And these are essentially collections of several factions, and we're putting them in a position to be more
le org
prevalent.
principali, le fazioni delle org principali la Gilda.
No,
Oh, yeah.
la
So they're
Gilda
gonna be
è
something
di
you interact with
gioco.
a lot.
Le fazioni in
essential
mezzo
handle
sono
contracts for the
NPC, quindi per cui tu lavori, le organizzazioni si muovono verso l'ambiente interno di gioco, capito?
And you'll find out a lot more about guilds tomorrow at the Stars My Destination presentation at the end of tomorrow.
Again a tease.
Rappresenti
Now
la
we can
Gilda,
dive into some
capito?
of our new org systems.
Yes. Let's start with the basics. I want to find or I want to recruit for an org.
Yeah, so welcome to the new app for everything orgs.
Oh, questo è importantissimo. Reclutamento nelle org. Tramite Mobiglass.
Big and complex, and as
Voglio
we said,
vedere
some of them
dentro.
have thousands of members. So when we designed the app, well, we made sure that we took this into account, but it's also something that we can expand on moving forward. So let's have a look at it.
Now, I'd like to point out that the Fellowship of JJ, like every designer-based org, is really focused on things like progression,
come adesso,
gameplay,
affiliato
mission and
main.
crafting and leveling up. But
È
my
la stessa
Baltzfall
cosa di
Buccaneers,
adesso.
no, they're the real deal. Now, we don't do any of that stuff. Now, we're in it for profit, interdiction lines, shipboarding action. We get all that sweet cargo for free.
For free? That sounds pretty illegal, Ben.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's in those crates?
Slam!
Anyway, it sounds like you guys might be interested in joining some big orgs, while I prefer something smaller. So I think it's fair to say that we like playing in different ways, and we'll want to join different orgs.
Sopra i 100
tab
penso che non
is the
verranno
place to find
in cosa però,
So, we're
in
giving you the
Mobiglass.
tools to promote your org to potential members
guardando i
in order
membri.
to give a best first impression to them.
I've just noticed that, Ben. You might want to have a word with Rich. It looks like...
What?
Like he doesn't want you.
No way. I'll have to speak with him.
Anyway, yes. So we're adding filters for when you're basically trying to
Quello
find a
che
home.
trovi sul sito,
And we
te lo
want to cater to
spostano
all
sul
types of
Mobiglass.
players, because we're a massive game, right? And orgs are combining tons of
Perché
different gameplay
fanno
in tons of
comunicare
different
lo
ways.
Spectrum col gioco e il gioco
So you
insieme
can search by name if there's
si
an
mettono
infamous
sopra
org you've encountered out
Bello.
there in the verse or online. You can search by size. So if you're after a big and active org like me, or a small and more close-knit org like Gabriel. Then you can also search by the gameplay focuses you enjoy. So maybe you love trading in PvP, or maybe you like events like the Daymar Rally. Safe, yeah. So I guess you'd end up searching for, say, social and racing, maybe?
What if I love committing crime and roleplay, asking for a friend?
What's that got to do with the presentation? Anyway, you can search for whatever you like, and if it's not there, why not just create it yourself?
So, we allowed you to join multiple orgs back in 2014. I can still do that, right?
Oh yeah. So we're keeping it supported, and we're actually doing the Star Citizen thing, and we're going one bigger.
One bigger.
So we're giving you an additional one to join when we actually bring it into
Org
the game
principale
too. And we
sotto
wanted to keep
org,
it because we've all
4,
played
5.
games where it's far too limited. Like one org per character just isn't enough for a game this size.
Yeah, and here you get an idea of what the full screen will look like. It's going to be your one-stop shop for joining or finding players for your org. So let's have a look at the core functions and features to look forward to in the rest of the app. This is the summary tab. On here,
c'è anche il calendario, guarda.
that you're in on the left-hand side,
Organizzati
and
gli eventi.
you'll see, well, a summary, a lot of at-a-glance
Tanta roba,
information.
Domix.
So we'll introduce some of these one at a time. So first off, announcements and org information.
Madonna.
Simple stuff. You use them how you want to. Also, we're adding an events log.
Gli
So
events
in
log
here you'll get
di
a
ogni...
summary of important events
Porca
within
puttana.
the org and changes to org statuses or settings. In short,
Almeno
these
sai cosa
things,
succede, capito?
well, it's a big verse.
Sì.
And it's easy to miss cool things that happen in your org.
Cioè ti dice
And these
addirittura
features
che ha
will help you
targettato
stay
una
on top of the
persona con motivo
day-to-day
senza
life
motivo.
of being an org member.
Ah, ti dice anche se ti
Okay,
sei
we're also
ucciso da
adding an
qualcuno
events
oppure
calendar.
no.
So
Gli eventi
by
in
default-
game messi sul cosa. Vedi, IAE 2954. Quando? Ottobre?
So by default, it's going to be populated with our in-game events.
Ah, no, oggi è
so you never
19,
miss a
ok.
thing. But more importantly, you'll obviously be able to add your own as well. So you'll never miss another meetup,
Okay, gli
together
eventi-
for group content. It's tough to get everyone on at the same time, right? So use this for your Convoy Tuesdays, Casual Fridays, holding hands in Horizon Saturdays,
Bello.
whatever you want.
Getting crushed by the Buccaneers on
Entri in
Monday.
gioco, vedi cosa c'è da fare e via.
It is my favorite.
Quindi hai un motivo sempre per entrare in gioco.
Remember that it is our intent that all the features we're looking at here are available on Spectrum as well, allowing you to access this info even if you're not in the game. This applies to parties, comms, friends, and all other functions. So, I can join multiple orgs, like the Buccaneers, the Corvette Club, or Slam Truckers. But how will others see me in the verse if I have multiple choices? Surely I need to pick a banner.
So that's covered by something new called representing. And it's actually quite similar to the existing affiliation main status system on the website. So if you're in multiple orgs, you choose which one you want to represent, but you can only represent one at a time. Now, there are ongoing benefits for being
se
in orgs, which we'll get
rappresenti
to in a minute,
un'orga hai dei
but
benefici.
you choosing who you represent asks which one you want to benefit from at any given time.
Ok.
But why? Well, we wanted to support players who like to play with different groups of friends. But we didn't want players who are just in one to be at a major disadvantage to those that are in the full six.
Questo sarà da
Because really,
rivedere
joining
una volta
multiple orgs should
finito
be
il
your
primo
choice,
giorno
not feel
per
like it's a
capirlo
necessity.
bene.
And there's no need for you to
Puoi
switch
cambiare,
which org you're representing
ma
to see
non
things like this Moby
sempre.
screen
Puoi
or
farlo
org
poche
chat.
volte.
But we want to put limitations on how often you can switch to avoid exploiting the systems. And we don't want to punish anyone who's
E ti
playing
interessa?
by the rules.
Faremo
And
richiesta, va
a
bene.
big part of representing is visualizing it in-world. We want you to be able to fly your banner for your org. So we're adding another MMO staple to the game. Tags.
Il tag della org. Beh,
So the org leader will be able to set a tag for the org, and this gets appended to the name while you're representing. So you can easily see who is in which org at a glance. So we'll have it in chats, in world, and if you're not interested in this stuff, well, you have the option to turn it off as well.
How novel! We'll be able to identify people around us.
Sì, Emilio, in diretta adesso, sì. Sia su Twitch che YouTube.
JJ, I'm curious. You mentioned guilds before, and I'm guessing they fit into this somehow.
Yes, so you may have spotted a few
Tier
references on
1,
the
tier
UI to
2
alignment
e
earlier,
tier
but
3.
what is it?
Minchia.
So, it's your opportunity to form a relationship between org
Allineamento
and
con la gilda della
now,
org,
just as you were
capito?
personal rep with the
Quindi tu
guilds,
devi
you can
allineare
with
a
your org now as
loro.
well. So your org leaders pick which one you want to align with, and while representing, org members doing specific actions.
Cioè, per
like
rappresentare
contracts
una
with
org
them, will
deve essere
increase the org's
allineato con
alignment with the guild.
determinati gameplay o comunque il tema di gameplay della org. Se non lo sai, è una figata sta roba.
And you can basically pick the one that matches your theme or benefits your org the most. So a combat-focused org, like the Fellowship, might want to align with themselves with the Mercenary Guild. Or one that enjoys making cash through trading and hauling, they'd probably want to align with the Interstellar Transport Guild.
Yeah, so how do these benefits work? Well, as your alignment with a guild, as it raises, you both unlock new benefits from that guild, as well as improve your previously unlocked benefits. So, for example, if I align my org with the Academy of Science Guild, we might get research speed improvements. As my org performs contracts for this guild, alignment raises, and that speed benefit gets better. And needless to say,
cercando di
other
capire,
guilds
ragazzi.
will have
Vedete
other
concentrato
types
e
of
che sto
benefits.
cercando di capire.
Finally, on guild alignment,
Ok, se
you
cambi
are
org
not
si
locked in
switcha, cioè
forever.
si resetta tutto.
You can switch at any time. However, that will put your alignment
Per quello che devi
back
usare
at
il cervello
zero.
e
So
stare in
it's
una
a big
org
choice.
in un certo modo.
So every member gets full benefits.
Well, not necessarily. We're also introducing
I contratti
loyalty.
pagano di più, il
So it's
3%. La
similar
reputazione si aumenta
to
del
the org's
3% in
alignment with a
più
guild,
quando vai in
but this
linea
represents your
una volta che hai
relationship
sbloccato il
to the org you're in.
75% dell'allineamento.
Anything you do that benefits the org while you are representing it will gain you loyalty with them. So for example,
Questo lo stanno
you could
facendo
be
anche
doing
per far
missions
rimanere le
for
persone
the
nel
org
sulla
aligned
org e
guild,
non farli sminchiare a
or
destra e a
you could be
sinistra.
No, è
depositing
perché
money
non
and
riesci a
materials
tenere
into
sempre i
org
gruppi
storage.
uniti e
Or
alla fine
storage.
succede qualcosa e si rompono.
Another tease.
No, Zibba, secondo me diventa una roba perfetta perché tu una volta che hai la tua posizione cerchi di avere l'allineamento con le linee guida della org e quindi di conseguenza riesci a essere un gameplay molto più ok, capito? Riesci a fare le cose molto più bene e poi guadagni di più, quindi tu sei allineato anche mentalmente a cercare di essere in linea con tutti. È una dedizione,
We also
capito?
wanted org
Ci
leadership
sta.
to be able to view members' current loyalty and use it as a tool to reward appropriately with things like ranks and permissions. And then loyalty resets to 0 when you leave an org, so there's some incentive for sticking around.
Wait, does that mean I lose my loyalty if I change my representation away?
No, so not representing puts your contributions or ongoing benefits on
A
hold.
Manchester,
So when you start
Emilio.
representing
A
again, you
Manchester.
essentially just pick up where you left off.
But what if I leave the org?
It's not very loyal, so it resets.
Right. Well, so, you know, in my org, my Buccaneers, they're mostly scoundrels, and so they tend to join and leave, and, you know, it's not very loyal in general. Larger orgs, they tend to be a pain to manage, though. With the flow of joiners and leavers, do we have any tools to help managers like me?
Well, let's have a look at the Members tab. So this is less complex than the previous tabs, but it's equally important. This is where you see the community of your org and your place.
Sono spenti oggi, Nili.
So in here, you'll be able to manage members, you can leave notes, and see the ranks of members. And as we did with the friends list and the party list, we're adding rich presence in here as well. This is the rank panel. It gives you a clear indication
I
where you sit within
ruoli
the community.
dentro
And
di ogni
you'll
singolo
see permissions on
membro
here,
delle
but
cose
that's
che puoi
something that
dargli.
we'll delve
Può
more into at a later
reclutare,
date.
o può
For now,
organizzare, o
I'll
può
just say that
modificare
the
le
leader
organizzazioni
might be able to
delle
determine
informazioni
permissions
di
for each
org o la
rank and,
descrizione.
well,
Bello.
it could be things like inviting new members or accessing org storage.
Stop teasing us with org storage. God.
Come on.
So, all right. So, orgs
Bello,
form
cazzo.
and friendship and
Must Crafter è
animosities
il
build
primo,
up.
per esempio.
Maybe my Buccaneers and the Fellowship of JJ don't really see eye to eye
Bello, cazzo.
most of the time. Would be great for this to translate in game, wouldn't it?
E poi vedi, la cosa figa è che devi farlo e devi meritarti il posto, capito? Quindi l'allineamento fa sì. Ma è bella sta cosa, almeno non
So, yeah, it's a good
devi,
job we got it covered, which
non devi
is with our
inventare,
new
capito?
alliances and rivalry
Sono
system.
loro che danno
So,
la
you're going to
linea
have the
guida.
ability to create alliances and go to war.
Enemy org.
And there are many reasons to make friends. You might want to have trading partners, or you might want to group up for protection if you're playing somewhere like Pyro. And at the same time, there are probably going to be many reasons why you won't get along. Maybe an org keeps attacking or stealing from you. Alliance is forming an agreement between two
Alleanze.
and it has to be mutual. You can't force someone to be
Fino alle 7 penso.
Unlike real life.
Che cos'è il programma?
Cosa?
Di
Request
Activicon?
a from the screen if
Fino
you
alle
have
11.
permission, and you could respond
Di
there as
stasera?
well.
Sì.
And as a bonus,
Come fino alle
allied orgs are going to
11?
have additional lines of communication.
Cioè,
like
allora,
alliance
fino
chat,
alle 7 e
or
mezza
being
devo
able to share
presentare
alliance events
Squadron
on the calendar, just to
42.
name a few.
7 e mezza. E il
So,
termine in Manchester è
rivalry,
22, quindi un'ora
that
dopo
isn't
alle
a mutual
11.
agreement. If someone decides you're their rival, well, tough luck.
No, io
However, you could reach a mutual agreement
alle
to make a truce,
7 e
putting it back at
mezza
neutral.
massimo devo
And there's no
staccarmi.
real
Perché
benefit
poi
to
devo andare a
having
lavorare anch'io.
rivals, so we want to make them
Ci sono
easy
i
to
gol,
identify.
perché non so se riesco a stare un po' di più.
That's why alliances
No, nessuna pausa.
and rivalries tie directly into hostility indicators. So just like now, you'll be able to see neutral contacts in white and party members show up in blue, whereas your org wingman will come in a dark green and your allied orgs in a paler green. Your rivals will show up in red.
Or people in your kill list.
The kill list. People on your kill list that we mentioned before.
Ok, no, di
will
kill
also show up in
list
red
sono rossi.
or orange. If you're not, well, they're not legal to attack. That's the go straight to jail card.
Arancione non è legale, è legale attaccarli.
So we'll be
tipo
adding
la polizia,
accessibility
la polizia
options
e i
for this
medici.
stuff as well, to make sure that everybody can benefit from these updates.
Ok.
È da capire un po' bene, è da capire un po' bene. È da capire meglio sta cosa.
So, that's everything for orgs today, but it's just the tip of the social iceberg. And we didn't have time to show you everything, but there's lots more to show in the future. And we're super excited because we finally get to deliver it.
Yeah. Now, what have we learned? We're
Sì, c'è
upgrading
da
Star
sempre la
Citizen's
polizia,
social
sì,
tools to MMO size. With a new social app in the MobiGlass,
tutto sommato.
proper tools to manage parties with rich presence, ready check, and ship information.
Ma questa è tutta la
Richer
roba che
chat
arriverà con la
with the niceties
4.0
normally
o nei
present in every
prossimi
game.
mesi?
A new party finder, a system that
No,
allows
nella
you to find
4.0
players
non
to play
penso
with.
ci sia dentro sta roba.
Revamp beacons and guide system
penso che
powered
arriverà
by
piano
rating
piano,
and
magari
proficiency.
Durante l'anno.
mese prossimo.
On orgs,
Durante l'anno.
we're bringing orgs in the game.
Ok, quindi l'anno prossimo.
Durante quest'anno. Durante l'anno 2025.
Alignment. So you align your org with a guild and get benefits for your members, representations, which identifies you in the verse and gives you benefits and loyalty to your orgs, and
Che roba già
alliances
pronta,
and
devono solamente
rivalries.
testare.
Rappresentare
Friend,
lealtà verso la
Now,
org.
We're going to leave you with a short video to end on because we
Prima
couldn't show
di
everything
essere
we're working
inserito
on.
dentro la
But
org.
what would it look like in the unlikely event where our two powerhouse orgs came together as one?
And my org, right?
Yeah, it's a little teaser for tomorrow's Crafting Your Home presentation and what you can build together as an org, and teasing something else coming in the future. Have a great CitizenCon, guys. See you there.
See ya.
Perfetto, vediamo ora cosa ci fanno vedere. Work in progress. Le maglie delle org.
Ziba. Ziba.
Le maglie delle org in game.
No, stasera no, Mili, niente live.
Le armature delle org, ragazzi.
Ziba. Ziba, Ziba, Ziba.
Raga, le skin delle
Le
navi,
skin.
delle org.
Sì, porca puttana, porca.
Bello, bello. Scegli i colori, la livrea te vai avanti.
È finita, raga. È finita, raga. Cioè, basta.
No, ma questo è bellissimo.
Sometimes it's just the simple things, isn't it?
Domix, tu e James scegli bene i
Put
colori.
that crap on a shirt.
Rieccoti.
All right, so we're at our midway point of day one, guys. We're going to take about a 45-minute to 60-minute break, depending on some technical stuff that we're going to figure out backstage. This is your chance to go get
Ma
some
stai
food, go to the
scherzando?
bathroom, stretch your hammies, whatever you know, entertain yourself for the next 45 minutes. But come right back. We're coming back
Non
with the
farò nessuna
cosplay contest
pausa.
and then 2 presentations.
Moderatrice.
I promise.
Zero pausa.
It's only up from
Ah,
here.
fanno un'ora
Thanks
di
for
pausa,
watching, guys.
ragazzi.
We'll see you in about an hour.
Farò un'ora di pausa. 45 minuti. Allora ragazzi, io torno subito, datemi 10 minuti e torno.
La nuova nave presentano anche. Presentano anche la nuova nave. Cioè, raga, ma